Frank Napolitano is here from MortgageBrokersOttawa.com. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you.
Yes, been very busy.
It has been.
Busy.
It has been, hasn't it?
I know this is the busiest time of year for people in your line of work, right? Did it get busier with the rule changes and all that? Because you had some figuring to do.
Well, we didn't have a lot of time to prepare for the rule changes. Obviously, they came down fairly quickly, but what's been encouraging is that over the last 2 weeks now, they've been implemented for 2 weeks, still been pretty steady. So
is that right? Mm-hmm. What are people are people struggling with these rule changes?
Some people are going to struggle with it. I think overall, I think we've talked about it before, where it's going to hurt the first-time home buyer a little bit, a little tougher to qualify. That being said, hey, we've got a crisis in Europe again, and it looks like Spain and Greece.
Yeah, exactly. And we're seeing countries basically tinkering on the brink of disaster.
They're bankrupt.
They are bankrupt.
Yeah, they're being carried. And
does that have an impact here?
Well, it has an impact from a standpoint of the government is itching to raise interest rates, and yet they can't because the world economy won't let them raise interest rates. So,
what happens if they do? We go down spinning like everybody else?
It slows down the economy, and I think that that's the wrong message to send right now. No, not at this point. Not with layoffs happening. And I think at this point, the good news from the bad news that's happening in the world is the fact that interest rates are staying low, and there's rumblings I'm getting that that some of the major banks and some of the lenders that we're working with may start to offer the 2.99 on a 5-year fairly soon. So
is that just bare bones?
No, that would be a full bells and whistles mortgage that gives you portability, transferability, prepayment privileges. So
2.99.
2.99. Not the 309s, anything to sneeze at right now, which is what we have. So
the
lowest rates ever. It's incredible to watch people call me and say, Frank, my mortgage is up for renewal. I'm coming off of 5.74 I had yesterday. So for the last 5 years, they've been sitting at 5.74, and it's encouraging for them to be able to come in now.
The funny thing about 5.74, though, at the time, that was a good
rate.
Yeah.
That was a good rate.
Yeah. So 2.99, what, 3.09?
Well, 3.09 right now, and there's rumblings that we may have 2.99 by the end of the week.
Right.
Potentially. So
people should also keep in mind that banks aren't the only people with money.
No. There's a lot of lenders out there
that you work with,
that we work with, that aren't the major banks, that have been doing it for years and years and have billions of dollars in assets under administration. And again, the customer needs to understand that the mortgage is your one single biggest debt, and you don't have to be loyal to your bank if they're not giving you the best possible rates. So,
no, I've heard you say that over and over, where sometimes the major banks don't tend to treat people like they're the customer.
Well, they have it reversed, where they think the customer is going to be loyal to them because their bank accounts are there and they're going to stay with them, and they're okay
so
to
easy to change these days.
But the mortgage is nothing, because really with technology the way it is, all you do is you give a void check and they take the money out of your bank account. You don't have to move all your banking just because your mortgage is not at your main bank.
If you have questions, call Frank and his team at MortgageBrokersOttawa.com. I do want to take a second to congratulate your boy.
Oh, yeah.
On making Team Ontario's football team.
Yes, he did.
And became one of the captains.
He did. He got named one of the special teams captains. So.
And had a pretty good week down in London, Ontario, right?
Great week. They finished 2-1. Unfortunately, lost a heartbreaker the first game, but
last time I saw Frank, we were playing in the Camp Trillium golf tournament. He gets a call midway through saying, "Your boy's on the squad. Let's get him here." And away you went.
And away I went. Just like that. That's what parents do.
Funny.
Yep.
Good fun.